Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to all the Matrix University subscribers tuning in. You are appreciated. In this video, Agent Johnson talks a little Matrix 4. And if this is your first time down here, or you want the most reliable Matrix news, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future updates. I found this article titled, Daniel Bernhardt on Delivering Skyline's Hard-Hitting Action. The article says, quote, "This isn't your first time acting in the science fiction genre and you've got more sci-fi coming. What is it you find appealing as a performer to act in that genre?" Like I was saying, I always flushed when I get called and offered a movie, be it action or drama or sci-fi. I like it all. But I'm a big sci-fi geek. I've always loved sci-fi, always loved Star Wars, always loved Star Trek. Obviously, love The Matrix and Altered Carbon. I just like the worlds in outer space and different planets and aliens and acting with the creatures. A lot of people complain about green screen, but I don't mind. I love it. Act like there's something in deep space. I see it, I've got it. I had the pleasure of meeting Keanu Reeves and working with him when we shot The Matrix Reloaded. He was the nicest guy. There isn't a nicer guy on earth. That's not just talk, that's really true. And I had a chance to work with him on The Matrix Reloaded, John Wick 2, John Wick 3, and he is such a gentleman, a hard worker, and trains with us. He never quits. He's the most hardworking guy I know. So talented. He will do it 1,000 times if you ask him. He will not quit, and I feel like he nailed his job as Neo. Absolutely fantastic. And with John Wick, I don't think anybody could have done a better job. He did such an amazing job. He is John Wick. He is Neo. I see him all the time and he's fantastic and always makes me laugh. It was amazing to see Lana. It was so unbelievable. When she offered me the job, she actually saw me in a 7-Eleven and gives me a big hug and goes, "Daniel, oh my God, I want you in the movie. I've got a great idea." And she offered me the job to be back in The Matrix 4, which is fantastic. End quote. The article said that Daniel was offered the role by Lana in a 7-Eleven, but that didn't really make any sense to me. I did some more digging and it appears to be a typo.
You know what? I have to say, I mean, that was probably one of the highlights in my career, you know, to be invited to do Matrix Reloaded. And that was almost 20 years ago. And when I got the call from, actually, I saw Lana. I saw her at 8711 and she came up to me and she gave me a big hug and she goes, "Daniel, I want you back. I want you back." And I'm like, come on. Matrix 4, it's incredible. I'm like, whatever you need me to do, I'll go sweep. What do you need me to do? I'll do anything. I was just really, really excited to be part of it again. I can't really say anything about it, unfortunately, but I can only tell you what's in the trades. You know, I'm back, I'm playing the same character, and that's all I can say.
So it wasn't a 7-Eleven at all, but rather the 8711 Action Team facilities where Keanu Reeves trains for John Wick and The Matrix. And I have to admit, catching mistakes like that in articles is why I can say with certainty that you guys are getting the most accurate Matrix 4 news updates right here at Matrix University. In the Agent Johnson Returns video, I mentioned that some have speculated Agent Johnson would replace Agent Smith. Hearing how spontaneously Daniel was brought back into the project, I stand by my original prediction and highly doubt that Lana Wachowski made the decision to replace Agent Smith on a whim with Agent Johnson at 8711 after the project already started. Of course, we won't know for sure until the movie comes out next year, but what we do know is that Ellen Hollman's husband also works for the stunt team over at 8711, and in other Matrix 4 news, Ellen Hollman added a tiny disclaimer to her previous statement.
It's been nearly 2 decades, so not 1 but 2 decades since the first Matrix came out, and my God, what an incredible impact on cinematic history that film has made. And if you're a fan of that film, you will be obsessed with this one.
I can't wait.
Bigger, badder, and more action-packed than all 3 of them. And something that's unique to this particular installment is that Lana insists on doing most of what goes to screen practically.
Really?
So what I mean by that is, you can look this up on Reddit. She literally had 2 cast members jump off a 50-story building at sunrise. And my husband was one of the key riggers, so he was one of the head of departments, and he helped design and engineer this massive rig, 2 truss structures, and wires going in between 2 buildings. This has never been accomplished or even attempted ever in cinematic history. She could have easily done this on a green screen, but instead she has her two performers, not me, but two performers, jump off a 50-story building and then stop in midair and then get pulled up back to one.
So the notable difference between this interview and her previous podcast interviews is that Hollman added she was not the performer who jumped off the building in San Francisco. However, that doesn't mean whoever did perform the jump wasn't her stunt double. Based on the hair, I'd say if it wasn't Hollman's stunt double, then it was a double for Carrie-Ann Moss. Don't forget to check out all the Matrix University gear at our Teespring shop. You can let me know what you think about Agent Johnson's return to the Matrix 4 in the comment section. And remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.